Hi, everyone. I know you're here to see the presentations. I just wanted to make a few comments. First of all, we're really, really pleased to be a sponsor of this very important event and of this very important organization. What you do will truly make a difference in this community. You know, it's interesting that we're doing this in Troy and actually right next to Green Island. Thank you. It's interesting that we're doing this right now in Troy, right next to Green Island. That in fact, back in 1932, we were a startup company. We started as one store by two brothers, Ben and Bill Gola, who were industrial pioneers. At that time, there was no such thing as a self-service grocery store in upstate New York. And they opened the first one based on some things that they had seen that were being done down on Long Island by King Cullen. And so it's truly interesting that today now I look back and look at what we've built as a company and know that it started as a startup organization from the ground from one store in Green Island, New York, which is probably blocks from here. And you know, I think about everything that we've done and the distance we've come over these 82 years, 83 now. But I really envy you. I really envy all of you because you are truly in the beginning, on the ground floor of something that could be, for each of you, very exciting. And in fact, as I look back and see what we have to deal with today, we don't have, you have the advantage, one advantage that we don't, and that is that we have a lot of baggage, right? Baggage that's come along with being an 83-year-old company. That's come along with all the decisions that we've made and that we have to deal with. And that's why we have to do things like rebrand our entire company over the next 8 to 10 years, right? But that's part of what we have to deal with in being an 83-year-old company. You don't have that problem. You're starting with a blank sheet of paper. That's very, very exciting. So as you think about the decisions that you're making now, I know that you're thinking about the decisions that are going to even get you up and running and get you started as a company. But as you get started, and for those of you who are successful, and I hope all of you are successful, please understand that the decisions that you make today, the culture that you develop in your organization, could live on for generations. And so it's really important that you do the right things today because those can have lasting implications. The other thing that I want to tell you is that we're really proud to be part of this because as a company, of course, we want to sell groceries, but we also always look at what is in the greater good of the region and this community. And we are a company that understands that this community has to be successful for businesses to be successful. And I don't think there's any better example of something that is absolutely crucial to the success and the vibrancy of any community than having new businesses, new ideas, innovation, and that's something that I think is absolutely necessary for this community to be vibrant in the future. In fact, if you look at what's happened in this society, we've lost a lot of manufacturing jobs to overseas, right? Everybody knows that. In fact, Troy used to be a manufacturing center, and now the manufacturing that's done here is a fraction of what it used to be. But at the same time, this region is undergoing an incredible transformation, one that is technology-based, one that is innovation-based, and that's really what's going to be important for this community to grow and thrive for years to come. You are a part of that, and so we're really proud to support you in your efforts. And with that, I will turn it over to Heidi. Okay, Heidi Reale is a member of our team as well. Heidi is, she heads up our social media team as well as other marketing initiatives and a lot of the things that we do with loyalty card data and all sorts of targeted things. Heidi has really been an important teammate in terms of driving that whole initiative for us. And as well, Jason Kennedy is here. Jason is actually in a really interesting position because if you talk about the innovation that we're going through as a company and what we're doing to change our stores and change the shopping experience, Jason is actually coordinating that entire effort. So these are two individuals who are absolutely critical to our success, and I'll just turn it over to them. Heidi and Jason.
We're very excited to be a part of this. We attended the first few of these, and we were so thrilled with what we heard that we felt that our company had to get behind this. So with that, my name is Heidi Reale. I oversee our shopper and digital marketing. I launched our social media without permission. Thanks, Jerry. And let me introduce Jason Kennedy.
I'm Jason Kennedy. I'm the Director of Distribution Services for Price Chopper. And unlike Heidi, I asked for permission from Jerry to do things. So.
Okay, so let's get to the first company. The first company that is presenting tonight, and I had a chance to check out their website, quite impressive. Energy Rotors, Scott Gold, welcome. I was particularly impressed with the ability to recycle energy that we waste. So with that,
Energy Rotors is commercializing the Orca, a revolutionary appliance that economically converts low-temperature heat to carbon-free electricity for as little as 1.5 cents per kilowatt hour, which represents a breakthrough in heat-to-power technology.
Thank you. So, as they said, I'm Scott Gold. I'm Director of Engineering for Energy Rotors, and I'm going to get right to it because time is short. So, when you see a picture like this, you usually think that that's pollution, all those steam clouds going up into the sky. Nah, not really. That, for us, is waste heat. It's distributed, low-grade waste heat flows, and for us, it's money. And for our customers, it's money. It's money disappearing. 60% of all U.S. energy is wasted. That's 60 quadrillion BTUs. And yes, quadrillion is actually a real number. So there's a lot out there to get. If we look at the DOE has determined that waste heat is the #1 source of energy savings opportunity. $6 billion per year. The market that we're looking at is about $40 billion, and the total available market is over $200 billion. So how do we do this? So we use a format called an organic Rankine cycle. And an organic Rankine cycle is basically a steam cycle. Steam cycle is typically what all your regular power plants use, but we replace the water and the steam with a low boiling point refrigerant. And that low boiling point refrigerant drives an expander that converts that waste heat energy into electricity. Now, organic Rankine cycle systems have been around for a couple of decades now. They're very successful in high power applications, multi-megawatt applications. Albany sewer treatment plant just installed a 2 megawatt ORC system, but it was a $7 to $8 million project. And in a couple slides you'll see why we think that that's not the way to go for most places. So when you look at one of these systems, what differentiates us from everybody else is the expander. And that's the only thing that can differentiate any ORC system. And so the pump and the heat exchangers, all the other components are readily available. They're off the shelf. You size them according to the system. But the expander is what makes it different. And what we've done is we've taken the turbine and replaced it with our own device. And that device is called the tricoidal gear engine. And you can see this animation in the upper right-hand corner, and that's basically how it works. It takes the high temperature, high pressure flow, forces rotation inside the engine, and out the other side of the engine is lower temperature, lower pressure flow. It's very efficient. It is very elegant. We have foundational patent coverage on it, and as you can see here, we have very high efficiencies at the low power, which is where turbines fall down. Turbines are great. They're very, very good very good at high power applications, but when you start making them very small, they become very inefficient. They also maintain their high cost, so they don't become a good use in small ORC systems. So our appliance is called an ORCA, and it's about the size of 4 refrigerators. To install one, you connect 4 pipes, 2 hot pipes and 2 cold pipes, and 1 wire. So it's very, very simple to install. It allows our customers to place it right inside their facility, right where they have these distributed heat flows. So, like if you think of the picture that I showed earlier, that facility might have 20 or 30 different heat flows inside the facility, but they're all over the place. They could have, an acre or 2 under roof. So under that roof, these waste heat flows are all over the place. And if you're going to install a large system, you now have to bring all those waste heat together. And that becomes very, very expensive. So what we like to do is allow our customers to install a device that's not very big and put it right where that waste heat is. And so now we can sell them a device for $100,000 instead of one for $7 million. And even at that, it's half the price of our competition that's out there trying to do the same thing. We try and give our customers a 2-year payback. Industrial customers want 2 to 3 year payback, so it's right in the industrial window. And we even can save carbon emissions for them. This just shows how we enable the economies, puts us on a completely different curve than all the other ORC systems out there. In our installations, so where are we? We're actually got 2 systems installed, both up on the Fort Drum Army Base. One's at a power plant, the other one is actually for a DOD project. I've got 15 installations, customers are waiting, we just got to build them units. Here's a bunch of grants and awards that we've received. A little bit of shout out to NYSERDA, who's been a great partner for us. And also, as an aside, the Eastern New York Angels, who are here a lot, have been a great partner for us. We've talked with all these companies at very high level, and we've talked to high-level people at all these companies. So we've got a lot of relationships. Mike Newell, my president's in the audience tonight. He's done all this work. It's just phenomenal, the contacts he's made. So in summary, we make power. We've got great economics. We're shipping now. We're poised for growth. And I want to grow local manufacturing. To get on my soapbox for a quick second, we're using 3 local machine shops. My frame's made out of Syracuse. Controls are assembled in Rochester. And just use local companies. They're here. They're available. It's something that we don't talk enough about, especially even here in this room. And so more local manufacturing. Still options for investment. I'm looking for local talent later in the year, and also local installations, 1.5 million BTUs per hour. Questions? Front row.
Is there much maintenance cost once it's installed and running?
No, maintenance cost is typical of like an industrial chiller application, so actually very, very low. There's very few moving parts, and most of those parts are maintenance free. Second row?
I might have missed this, but where does that energy go, like that you're saving?
Good question. I didn't really cover that. So because we're in the low grade, low power market, most of the energy is actually absorbed right within the facility that it's being generated. Sometimes even the sub-panel that it's actually being connected into. These facilities use you know, a megawatt, 2 megawatts worth of power. You know, when we're generating 50, 60 kilowatts, you know, it's